Hola, soy la One Matt. Bienvenidos sean todos a esta edición de Talking Forever, a esta edición donde tenemos a un gran invitado que de hecho estoy seguro, si es que están viendo este video en diferido, estoy seguro que ya habrán gozado de su presentación y si todavía no lo han visto, pues les recomiendo que vayan a ver la presentación que va a tener lugar en solamente un par de días. Para mí es un gran honor haber sido invitado o considerado por Talking Forever para hacer esta genial entrevista porque realmente tenemos a un invitado que dará que hablar. Quiero pedir que todos suelten lo que sea que tengan en las manos para poder dar la bienvenida con un fuerte aplauso al gran Olaf Senkbeil. Bienvenido, Olaf. Welcome,
Muchas
Olaf.
gracias.
How are you?
I'm fine, and y es un gran honor para mí también tú.
Wow, that's great. I didn't expect you to speak in Spanish. Gracias, muchas gracias.
No habla español, un poquito.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, as I told you, welcome. I know that you are in Peru already. How has been your stay in the little time that you have been here?
It was very, very nice. We had a good flight. It was a long time flight, but we have been here now for some hours over the night, and all the people were very, very, very kind and very nice to us. And it's a pulsing city. 10 billion people living in Lima is it's crazy.
Yeah, sure. It's a huge city.
Yeah.
Uh, And how has been the people with you? I know that you have a lot of fans here. I know that you were in the press conference yesterday. How has been the people? How was the people towards you? How did they act? You have felt the you know that Latino hit that that we have here. How has it been?
Oh, it has been very warm, very kind, and very heartful. So, and I hope that we have been in that way too. So it was a wonderful evening last night.
That's great. That's great. Well, we would like to know a little bit more about you. First of all, when you started, did you come from a family involved in art, involved in music?
No, it was the music as a listener, but not as professional musicians or something like that. And it was just uh, it became just the fact that I'm working now as a singer, but first I studied German law, and but it changed. So life goes sometimes strange ways, and now I'm doing the things I'm doing that I'm actually doing.
Is indeed a big change, a huge change, because you know, like
Oh,
studying law and then you know, like making a career, a huge career, by the way, on music. How did you decided that?
that was just life made me to decide it. So I had to earn money, and therefore I was always making music since I'm 11 years old. So and at that time my parents needed money because my family situation was not that good, and so I decided to do that what is making money, and that was me to sing. So I always sing in bands, and therefore that I was singing so much, I didn't have enough time to study. So and then I left studying law and was just only singing.
That's great. You mentioned that you started or that you were already singing at 11 years old.
Yeah.
We read on an interview that when you were little, you have this incident with your teacher, with your music teacher, when you were in the
Yes.
choir of the school, where
Yes.
he didn't allow you to sing. Can you can you tell us about that?
No, she allowed me to sing, but I sometimes I'm a bit funny, so and I changed my voice into something like that, or so imitating things, and I was able to sing like an 11-year-old girl at that time, and therefore I had to sing a solo voice, and I sang it, but I switched over to the voice of a girl, uh, but not with. So she didn't like it. She said, "I have to sing the correct one. I don't have to cheek her." So that was the only thing. But therefore, I stopped singing in the choir then.
that's that's really funny. And did you keep this funny spirit, or this this pleasure for doing funny things along your career?
I think so. People people are always telling me so. Yes, life should be fun, and as long as you can have a bit fun, even if it's the smallest part, I think good days when you have laughed one time a day.
That's a really great message. And just for curiosity, have you ever contacted your old teacher, your old teacher of
No,
the course? No.
no, no,
It will be
no.
excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know if she would even remember me, so I don't know.
Maybe we don't know. It could be really fun. Maybe she's learned about your career, and she said, "Hey, I teach him."
Maybe.
That, yeah, that would be great. But well, then you continued on your career, and you were added to Systems in Blue. For some fans, they got very happy when you were added to Systems in Blue, but maybe for others, they took a little time to assimilate your participation. But in the end, you became a fundamental piece of the band, but you had to leave. We won't ask the reasons because we already know. But what did you learn about your stay on Systems in Blue? What did you took from that experience?
I would say it was a very good time. I learned a lot, and we experienced much. Of course, I know that many people or some people have got problems when some other one is come into a band when Rolf died, and so Rolf is so unique. So and therefore, I never wanted to replace him because that's not possible. Um, and when I came into this band. I just thought we have to, or we could find an own way to express ourselves, and so we can try to test what people really do like, not only being a copy of the sound of Blue System or Modern Talking, but just trying to go a step beyond. So that's not repeating every time. And of course, you don't have to like everything that we're doing or that we have done. So some people like this song more or that song more, and some people dislike the song. That's the free will that you have to do and to choose. So I learned composing, and I learned to finish things. You know, I have millions of started songs, and this Systems in Blue gave me a reason to finish songs and to create songs, to write lyrics, to finish lyrics, to learn to produce, to learn to mix a song. So I was involved in every step of from the very beginning until to the mastering of the song. And of course, in fact, I learned to release also, and I can stop even so many things also in communication. You know, I learned a lot and it was a good time.
Yeah, that's amazing. In fact, I was thinking about what you were saying, because that's a very creative thing to do, because you started one song, then another song, then, then another, and you finally got to the opportunity, or the motif, in order to end all of these started works. That's great. And do you remember? Of course you do, but do you remember Rolf Köhler? Do you remember how he found you and how was to work with him?
First, he was a wonderful person. He we have had a lot of moments when we sang together in choir for various bands. He found me, or we found each other in making music on I would not call it wedding bands, but we have a scene in Germany. He played in the band Kentucky, and I was playing in the band Rockford. So where you also play all the weekends and do a lot of music. And we played some shows together with both bands. So one day he just invited me for a choir session uh, for Blind Guardian, because one of the singer was ill for one day, and on the other day another singer was had to do other things. So they were in lack of a singer, and he rang me up, and since then, since those days, I sang together with Rolf as long as he lived on Blind Guardian albums, and we sang Hammerfall together. It's a lot of rock stuff and some other things. So that was the thing where he first brought me into this scene. So
Yeah, that's amazing, Olaf.
yeah,
And I I I would like, I would love to know, and I'm sure that fans would know, if you kept this funny personality in your relationship with Rob. Did you have this kind of relationship of, doing fun things, or making jokes or pranks or something like
of
that?
course. Of course we have. Of course, because it's better, as I said, it's better to have fun together than to have war, or to have a bad communication. Things like we always have fun. And we should try to have good times together, but also, of course, serious ones. So I really do like to be funny or to have fun, but also I do like to have serious conversations about problems and of humanity, all those things. So and that was a really really good complete. Relationship, I would say.
Wow, so it was like a true friendship that
Yes.
you got there.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Okay, and Olaf, well, going back to the thing that we were talking about the songs that you started composing, and then you learned how to end them. Did you, from your time on your time on Systems in Blue, do you have any favorite song of all that you composed? Do you have any song that it's your personal favorite, or it's impossible to choose one?
It's it's uh it's not so easy to choose really one. And I would say you ask me Monday, I will do say I love this song. You ask me a week later, I maybe have got the tendency to say and to another. But I think um, if those songs that when we made the first album, we it was a hard time to do that and to finish the songs and to find enough songs. But the most interesting songs, therefore, are the non-falsetto parts on the album of 2017, which is "If You Go" and Lady Ocean, because of the ending. Because that's one part where you can listen. I imitate a bit David Bowie, and oh, my mama said to get things done, you better not West make the town. And this is the outro part where I sing different lyrics, of course, and a bit various variation of the melody, but it's the mood of David Bowie. And I'm a big fan of this creativity to do various styles and to mix them up. So this is just like the classical musician composers did, to give always a hint and to give an applause to someone who did before. if you so that you take some part of him and put it into your song. So that's maybe why that's the reason, because they're a bit out of the scheme. So that I do prefer those songs.
Olaf, that's awesome. That's that's a really really awesome, and I was kind of expecting a similar answer, but you know, now that you talk about lyrics, we heard you when we heard you to sing in the song. If you go from Melange Blow, the lyrics that
Mm-hmm.
your papa said you can't go wrong if you're gonna try a brand new
Yeah,
song. Do you
that's it.
remember that?
That is,
How do
of
you
course.
did you wrote that text? Because it's you know
Yeah,
it's really good.
of course I wrote it. It was that is a message from me to the fans. So you can't go wrong if you do write a brand new song. The brand new song is also to use a brand new style, not to do always the same that you have done before. This is the message. So and as I said, critics can like it or dislike it. That's not the problem, because liking and disliking for me is a wonderful thing, because you get in contact and you communicate with each other. So you start a discussion. People talk with each other. People talking with each other come together to talk. So it's something that unites people, brings people together. So I really do like the thing to do something brand new, not to do always the old fashioned things, would still be good, but you can't move forward if you don't have a risk and try something out.
Wow, that's a really powerful message. And do you have this? Do you usually left this kind of messages on your compositions in order to fans to understand or to maybe learn something? Because it's really powerful that you can take these little teachings and put it on the songs that are already popular, but you're not only enjoying or having fun with the songs, but also learning something about your life experience.
Yes, of course. But at last, I'm not a teacher, so I don't want to teach people things. People should or could experience themselves, so that they can listen to something. I don't want to force someone to share my opinion of my view of life or something like that. I'm doing my things, and people can do their things, and if they listen to what I'm singing or what I'm writing, and they got inspired to do something, then I'm very very happy. But I'm not forcing anyone to do.
Please finish because it got like a little bit we got a little bit of delay, so I thought that you ended. Please go ahead.
I know that. No, so as I said, I'm not a teacher, but it's of course it's a possibility to point out your point of view of the world or some things, and I'm getting into context of pop music. The Beatles did it sometimes. So when John Lennon was just starting Give Peace a Chance, or he was always thinking of his emotion. For me, it's a nice to write something, my little window where I can show the world what's maybe inside my head and inside my heart.
That's great. That's great, Olaf. And by the way, I not, did not thought of you as a teacher. I think that it's
I
a
know.
translation thing. I'm sorry. What I try to say is that
No,
you share this life experience.
yes, yeah, that's right. I never thought that you thought that I thought that you thought that we thought together that we have been a teacher. No, I understood perfectly.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's great. Okay, and talking about keeping the theme of lyrics and compositions, let's talk a little bit about Captain Trash because
Hmm.
this is a song that then you took the title name as a pseudonym, which by the way it's a great one. Captain Trash. Oh my god. Can you tell us, because we know this is a very special song with a very specific, very particular composition. Can you tell us about the theme of the song and if you try to give us a message with it?
Maybe a message, but not a direct one. It was just those were my first trials to produce something on my own. So this is nobody else has done anything on those songs than me. And Captain Trash, the message is just that it's not to be, I don't know the word, to have a wide kind of view. So for me myself, I feel I'm being allowed to do any kind of music. I'm not only living in one style. You know, I'm a musician. I'm a human being. I've got feelings, and I listen to rock music, blues, classic, soul, every punk, pop. So, and therefore, I think it's my permission to do the things that I do like, and that is I'm triggering maybe some people when I release as Captain Trash, because there is uh, I love to do strange things sometimes.
Sounds good, but that's a blessing for a creator, you know. When it's about you, can you define yourself, or choose one specific music genre? You How would you define your music style?
Well, that's difficult. I mean, my music style is music. Every music that touches me, my heart, or just the rhythm is my music. There is no style, and I think when you're young, you have to you want to define yourself, and you say, I only like rock music, and I hate pop. So therefore, that you hate pop, you are the strong rocker. You know, if you're getting older, many people getting older, you got open minded. You listen to other things, and you know, for one as example, when I was very young, I didn't like opera singers. I thought, well, this is I don't like it. The sound and the way they sing. As I'm getting older, I really like Pavarotti. When my ears, my mind was big enough, and or uh, I experienced more. So I love this a lot, and I get to all the styles of the 50s, the 60s, 70s. All decades have their styles, and as I said, if there's something that touches you, you should not say, "Oh well, this is not my style," because of the style, I will not listen to that music. So I do love music, and I like to make music, um, and therefore, maybe when I was younger, I also have had some periods where I should say I was like more rock, but actually, I would just say music.
That's
The world is so wide, so big. You know, when you just focus on one thing, you don't see so many other things. So why should I close my eyes to other things?
Wow, that's great. Another huge message there. So you shouldn't limit yourself. It's great, Olaf. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm
No,
amazed.
you said the message. You said you shouldn't limit yourself. This is a wonderful phrase. Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. But you have any specific, maybe artist, or any specific song that have inspired you? I think a lot of ones, but someone that you can mention,
Um,
artist or
when I
song.
was
I
young,
don't know.
yeah, I started with the Beatles. So, in the Beatles, I would say so. The Beatles, they were teaching me in a way. They were teachers to have a great variation. In a decade of 10 years, they created so many styles of music, and I love strong melodies. Therefore, I love singer wise. When I was in the rock period, I thought I loved Bob Catley, Magnum. I loved David Coverdale. Uh, as a younger one, I love John Farnham very, very much.
Wow.
And so there was more the vocalist. You see, there's a speech, I think, to see Naples and die. This is you catch one great moment, and those people gave me sometimes those moments when I listen to a song and nothing else can happen. So it's just the final thing, you know. This and someone who can create this moment for me is my hero.
Wow, that's great. That's wow, Olaf, that's amazing. But I can understand you. I can identificate myself with that. I can really have a grasp of what you're telling, because it happens. It really happens. well, since you have a long career, I'm sure you remember that in just a few years we experienced COVID, we experienced the pandemic. How did your career were affected by that? And did you learn something about that?
Uh, it did affected my career because my career isn't that big, so I'm mostly living by making live shows, live gigs, wedding parties, everything. I play for this is so, and I'm not a big star. If you think of sometimes on big stages, but I also be on small stages, no problem. So therefore, that we had not have been allowed. I was just waiting and watching. I stepped outside a bit of the world and watched what is happening all around. So and all people started to stream, all people trying to do the same things. They all shared the same answers to their life problems. But I just watched. So and said, well, if that is happening, that is life. And I couldn't change the situation. I just thought, even if they might have been wrong, politicians or all other things, people, they try to do things in a sense of good. So, and therefore, I thought, yeah, maybe it's going to change or not, but uh, life moves on, time moves on. So I can have a small budget, big budget that is not affecting my life. You know, uh, it was a good time in a way to reflect yourself, to overthink some things, to talk to people, other musicians, otherwise. So it has a good side and its bad sides.
I know, and it's um I want to take the word that you said right now in order to reflect. Pandemic made
Mm-hmm.
all of us to reflect on our lives, on our careers, of what are we doing, how are we living. Have you ever thought, because the pandemic made us thinking that um we will all leave the world someday. Have you ever thought,
Yes.
how do you want to be remembered?
Well, in fact, I don't know. I have had a discussion. I guess it was this morning, 5 o'clock,
Oh my God,
maybe 5 o'clock, or it was
that's
no,
really
no.
early, by the way.
It's no, no, not. Depends on which country. So I didn't
Okay,
say
indeed.
where.
Yeah, yeah, you're
So,
right.
no, but no, just joking. So, but maybe it's not important how somebody is remembering me because in a few decades, we have got the pyramids. So we are remembering the creator of the pyramid, also the one who is ordering the pyramid, but not the one who built it. The people who built this pyramid. So, but even those kings and queens may be forgotten in 2,000 years. So, why should be remembered? If the people who are you living with and around, if they uh, do like you and you be a good one and they are being good to you, then it's a perfect life. And it's hard for them if you have to leave and you have to leave them. If they remember, they get lost inside their heart for a short period of time. So then it's a wonderful part. I lost one this year, earlier, and was it took something out of me myself. But I remembering him very, very well. I know we will make something for him being remembered over a period of time, but we can't be remembered in 500 years. But what for?
Yeah, yeah, such a deep philosophical
Yeah,
answer. That's
but
great.
yes, maybe if you live, and this is philosophy, of course. You have to, not you have to, but you should think about your life. What makes you really, really happy? So, what is important in life? And the small things. It's a speech, but the small things in life are just happiness. To have somebody laugh with you, have a good time, have enough food. So water is important, and this and good time. You can create a good time with very, very few things.
Yeah, that's awesome. In fact, we are having a really good time right here, right now. And
Yes,
if we
muchas gracias.
Yeah, and if we talk about being happy and something to remember, I need to tell everybody that you are in concert just tomorrow, and I will ask,
Yeah.
what can your fans can expect of this concert that will be definitely memorable, and they will have a really happy time seeing you perform in the stage. How can what can fans expect about the concert that you are going to have tomorrow?
Well, maybe people can expect to see a very old man. Some of them might think, oh, well, it's a very big old fat man. Why does he came over from Germany to be here in Lima? I don't know. If they should just come and we might have a good night, good evening, good show, good time.
Okay, that's great. Olaf, I would love to thank you for the time for this interview. People don't know, but this interview it's something that we have been pursuing, and we
Yeah.
couldn't catch on the time, and it happened
Yeah.
a lot of things, but finally we got to do it, and I'm really happy and really pleased of talking with you, like this one to one. It's really incredible experience that I definitely
Yeah.
will remember. And just to end, I will ask you to send a message to your fans, inviting them
Mhm.
to the concert. And since we have, took this philosophical way, maybe to leave a message to them in order to have a happy day. Please go ahead.
Have a have a happy day, have a happy life, and you can of course have a happy day and a happy life also on the 28th of October in the Rock Yield Convention Center in Lima. So and have fun
That was the great Olaf Senkbeil. Please come on,
with
Olaf.
a great match.
thanks thanks a lot for your time. I hope that you have a funny time, a good time talking with me.
Muchas
I
gracias.
surely did. And well, we will see each other in your concert tomorrow, so all the fans don't miss this amazing concert, because it will be great. Olaf is already here in Peru, so everything is ready and set up to go. Please enjoy that, and let's give a big thanks and another big round of applause to the great Olaf Segner. Thanks a lot, Olaf.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
It was a huge pleasure. God bless and have a really happy life, as you told.
Yeah. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.